Howdy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a video of how I made pork with mushrooms and a sour cream sauce with gnocchi. And I hope that you will try to make this recipe at home. The look of it is magnificent and the taste is even better. More importantly, it's super easy to make. But now let's get to the video. Just like any recipe, we start by naming the ingredients and what we'll need. So let's take a look at the table. You'll need about 500 grams of pork. You'll need about 350 grams of sour cream. You'll need about 300 grams of mushrooms. You can use white champignons. I'm gonna use brown because this is what I have. And you will need some green onions. This is gonna be like, to make it look nice and presentable. Also, you'll have to add some pepper and salt for your taste. So here's the first step. We're gonna take the pork and cut it in cubes. Once you're about done chopping your meat up, what you want to do is take a pan, obviously, and put some oil into it and put it on the stove so that it starts heating up. And by the time you'll be done with your slices, your pan should be hot and then we'll start cooking. Meanwhile, we're gonna cut the mushroom. How you want to cut it is about quarters size, like this. Okay? So yeah, basically cut every mushroom into 4 pieces. This is done because your meat slices are also pretty big. So, if you do one ingredient cut in large pieces, then you want to do basically everything in large pieces. I mean, adequately large, right? Not too big. Like this piece is too big, so I'm gonna do 3 slices. But yeah, basically that's kind of, the rule is that if you cut something small, you do everything small. You can't leave like onions small and peppers huge as like, 5 centimeters long strips. So the next step is we're gonna take the meat that we've cut up and put it into the hot oil pan. And now we're gonna fry it all on high heat for about 3-4 minutes until the golden crust starts forming. And then our next step is going to be to put the mushrooms in and fry it for about another 10 minutes. 3 minutes later, the meat becomes something like this. It's gonna be with, golden crust like that on the top. This means that it's about time for the mushrooms to go in. Okay, I'll give it another 10 seconds. And now we drop our mushrooms in. Now that the mushrooms are in, you want to bring the temperature down to about 6 or so, and then leave it in for about 10 minutes. As you can see, when you put mushrooms into a not very hot pot, what happens is they will let go of their juices. What this will do is it will give our meat a very strong mushroom taste. And so that will be an extra flavoring right there. So the mushrooms are about to be cooked and it's almost time for our sour cream to go in. But I would just like to tell you that, in my opinion, this meat and mushrooms, it goes really well with gnocchi. And in one of my next videos, I'll show you how to make gnocchi of different colors. It's going to be very interesting. By using different vegetables and stuff, you can mix the juices to, play with the colors. And so, in my opinion, they go really well together. And please make sure that you subscribe. Maybe leave your comment below if you would like me to make a video on something else, as well as your opinion on how this recipe tasted. Because, my channel is starting for now, but I would really like you guys to, support me and make sure that you rate by putting like or dislike. You choose if you like the video. Okay, and that will help my channel to grow. Okay, so I'm gonna put the sour cream in now. Okay, just make sure that you stir it all well together, because you want the whole meat and all of the pieces of mushrooms to be mixed well together. As you can see, we got a pretty juicy, recipe or dish here. That's because of the mushrooms that let go of their sauce, the juice inside of them. And this will make our meat juicier. Okay, and just right after you put the sour cream in, what you want to do is you want to season it. I'm going to use just salt and pepper. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of salt and about the same amount of pepper. But if you like it obviously more spicier, you can go ahead and add more pepper. If you like more salt, you can add more salt, because everybody can basically have different tastes and based on the sensitivity of their receptors. So make sure that you tweak it, and everybody likes it differently, so that you try it and then add more. Always add less, because then you can always add more. But if you add too much, then you can never take out the extra. Also, if you by accident spilled or added a bit too much salt, what you can do is you can add sour cream, maybe some water or stock that doesn't have salt, and what this will do is it will dilute the liquid inside of it. After you put your sour cream into your saucepan or whatever you're making the meat, let it cook for another 10 minutes or so. This will make your meat way softer, and it will be just nicer to eat, not like a piece of rubber or something. So while it's cooking, what we're going to do is we're going to take some green onions like this and cut it. It's not really essential. If you don't have it, don't worry about it, but this will be make it look way nicer. Okay, and obviously you want to cut it in rings like this, like small pieces, right? Don't make it huge, because once it gets on your tooth, it's gonna give like a strong taste, and not everybody likes too much onions. Obviously, if one of your family members or whoever does not like onions, then skip this part. But in my family, everybody likes it, so I'm just gonna use it. 10 minutes later, your meat should be almost done. Now just the last thing. What you want to do is add all your onions that you've cut up into your meat. Don't mix it. If you mix it, what will happen is the onions will turn into, gooey, squishy thing that is just not nice. And there we have it. It took me only about half an hour to make it, which is, to be honest, nothing. It's super quick. And once again, here's the final look of the pork and mushroom and sour cream sauce with gnocchi of different colors on the side. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments below, subscribe, and rate it by putting thumbs up or thumbs down if you didn't like. Thanks, I'll see you guys in the next video.